Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is GG4P1 and now I'll be talking about a game between Fenix and qxc. Fenix is playing as the blue Terran player at the 3 o'clock position, and qxc is playing as the red Terran at the 12 o'clock position. This is game number 4. I believe Fenix has 2 games, qxc has 1 game, so Fenix, with this game, should he win it, will take the title of the IEM Intel Extreme Masters. This is the final. This is a must-win for qxc if he wants to have a chance. And if Fenix wins this one, he will take the title. It's super exciting. If you haven't seen the previous 3 games, definitely check it out. There are some really nice, good harassment for Terran versus Terran, and a lot of very good micro. There's a couple of mistakes in there that a lot of players do make, and those mistakes, although they were really small, they made the difference. They gave one player the edge to win. In that event, both players are opening pretty much the same with the barracks and refinery. There has been no refinery for qxc just yet. I want to apologize. Just a barracks at the lower half, the south side for qxc. He's probably thinking about going for a Reaper cheese possibly, and one barracks is very close to the base of Fenix. qxc will be scouting out with his SCV because he really wants to determine the location of his enemy, because that will help him tremendously, especially the positioning of this barracks, perfect for a Reaper harass directly across into the base of Fenix. I think that's what he wants to see. Or he's actually going to check the closer position at 9 o'clock. He will not find him there, and Fenix is going to check the 6 o'clock position, so he's not going to find him there either. Both the barracks about to be complete at this time, and the SCVs are still being constructed, and we should see an orbital command relatively soon for both players. And no, we see a factory going down for Fenix at the moment, and no orbital command for orbital command is going down for qxc. So Fenix is not getting the orbital command, and he's actually going to get the factory right away. qxc will be going the correct direction now finally, and he will find his opponent at the 3 o'clock position. And let's see that Fenix is going to be going in the wrong direction, I believe, and he's going to go in here. There is one Marine. Let's see if he sees the factory. I think he's going to, yes, he does see the factory. The Marine was not able to deter the SCV from going in. There is another supply depot going to the left side, the west side of the base of Fenix, and the Marine's going to open fire, and this SCV should die in fury. He will see the factory that is already there, and the SCV is in the corner, and it does go down. qxc does have control of his side of the Zone Watchtower, and he's going to try to prevent the scout from qxc. Very important to prevent the scout. A factory is being built by qxc at this moment. A couple of Marines running across the map, and qxc will take it down. No Reaper, just barracks and Marines. I thought he was going to make a Reaper, as the positioning of the barracks is very tricky. Reactor going up on the barracks, and it looks like Fenix is going to do some early harassment with an SCV, a couple of Marines, 2 Marines, and a Hellion. We see both players are working on their starports, and we're going to see, this one Hellion is going to get caught a little bit out of position, and the Hellion is trying to run back. The Marines opening fire on the SCV and the Marine below, and this Marine does get taken down. qxc now giving chase to Fenix. Fenix trying to chase back, and these Marines will be able to repel that one Hellion backwards. And now Fenix is taking the Zone Watchtower over at the land of qxc. qxc trying to see what's going on. He does get one shot off on these 2 Hellions, but that's not going to be enough. He's going to run toward the base of Fenix, and Fenix does have his starport completed at the moment. If you look inside the base, there is one reactor on the barracks, very similar to the base inside of qxc, and this Hellion is more of a scout. He will see that there is a tech lab on the starport. So both players very similar builds at the moment. There is one Viking coming out, no tech lab for the starport, and he's finishing his engineering bay for qxc at the moment. Fenix is in blue, qxc is in red, and the Viking is flying across to the base of Fenix, and he should be able to defend it, no problem with those Marines. There's one Fenix inside, one Viking inside the base of Fenix for qxc, and he's going to try to shoot any medevacs or banshees that come out. This is a very good place to hide your Viking. You cannot see you at the high ground. And we see cloaking is currently being researched as well as a banshee, and this is exactly what qxc wants. He wants to take a couple shot at that banshee before he has enough energy to cloak, and we will see the Banshee coming out any moment. The Banshee has come out, and it's getting shot at, and those Marines are in perfect position to guard the Banshee, and the Viking is forced to move out. qxc at the moment also making his own Banshee as well, and this Viking still flying around the base of Fenix, and Fenix repaired his Banshee from that one shot that he received from qxc's Viking. Inside the base, one factory, one barracks, and one starport, and one engineering bay. One factory, one starport, and one barracks, and one engineering bay as well for Fenix. If we take a look at the unit count right now, Fenix does have a couple of more Marines, more Hellions. He does have less Marines. He doesn't have a Viking. He does, and qxc does have a tank, and we see the qxc's Banshee is coming in. It's going to take a couple of shots, but there is a perfectly positioned missile turret. He has not, he's got 1 kill, 2 kills, and the Marines are actually pushing him away, and there's a cloak Banshee here, does fly into that missile turret. Both players predicting exactly what the other was going to do, but there's another Banshee flying over here. We'll be able to take down the one Marine that was out to the bunker. He probably should take down the SCV instead of the bunker, and he is going to take down the SCV repairing it. A Raven has spawned in for qxc just in time. Take a look at unit count. A lot more Marines for qxc at the moment. And this Banshee is going to come in and probably going to get repaired. Both players repairing their Banshees. Banshees are a great source of harassment. If you can micro that, that is very, very good. There is one Raven and one Viking will make it very, very difficult for Fenix to harass with those Banshees. And we see another Banshee coming in for qxc. qxc is going to try to catch Fenix out of position. He's in the high ground. He can actually see him. He does have vision with the medevac. And this Banshee is running for his life. Their command center has been finished for Fenix at the moment. And I think qxc is still building his command center. About 80% done. Both players are grabbing some tanks. qxc is getting that tech lab for his tanks. And this medevac giving vision for those Marines. But just barely out of the vision. A couple of Vikings over here to the side directly north of the base. This Banshee is still doing some harassment. Not very, very effective with that many Marines and the missile turret in place. qxc is spending a lot of micro on this unit, but he's not doing too much damage on it. He does have 6 kills. I think 1 or 2 of those were from Marines. And then there's 2 Vikings as well as auto turrets go down, and he's going to try to take some of these Marines head on. And the Viking does land. Very, very creative play from qxc. He's going to try to take a couple of these SCVs down, but he hasn't been able to do too much at the moment. He does lose one of those auto turrets. And these Vikings actually going down to Marines being healed by the medevac. And at the same time, there's 2 Banshees inside getting a lot of kills on those SCVs and Marines, and now a scan goes off and he's forced to retreat a little bit still inside the base. Still a Banshee and a Raven inside the base. Another Banshee inside the expansion of qxc getting a lot of kills. This one has 8 kills. This has 2 and this has 7. A lot of SCV kills. If you take a look at the unit count, there is only 25 SCVs for qxc at the moment. qxc not very, very effective over here because he's only dropping auto turrets, and those things aren't too durable. They are great, however, because they don't cost any supply. And that Banshee with 2 HP does get 20 kills. Wow, 20 kills on one Banshee. That is a tremendous Banshee. I think one more shot would down that Banshee, but this Banshee is very brave. We see another medevac with 2 tanks coming across. I believe those tanks have siege. Yes, they do. They're going to try to take down the engineering bay. No, they're going to take down the Marines, and now they're starting to shoot at those SCVs. SCVs do come over and try to distract the tanks. And the tanks do get picked up very, very close to that one tank. Another Banshee for Fenix coming around to the left side of qxc's base, but there is a bunch of Marines waiting. And he does have enough energy to scan. He's probably going to scan. If he scans, he'll get it. If he scans, he'll get it. There's a Raven. And there it goes down. Very, very intense right now. Take a look at the unit count. qxc still behind in the SCV count. If we take a look at the income, we do see a huge advantage for Fenix because he has been able to stop mining for quite a bit inside the natural expansion of qxc. Take a look at the army size. Both players about the same. I think they both were supply blocked at 86. Take a production tab. Fenix is making a lot of units. Marauder, Tank, Raven, and researching the tank siege upgrade as well. The stem has already been completed. Now we see Fenix has, wow, that is 5 barracks, 2 starports, and 1 factory, whereas qxc only has 111. And qxc does have a lot of units right now, and the SCV is going to come out and see what he needs to see. Tanks are sieging up. This bunker is going to go down very quickly, and the units are going to come in. Wow, a lot of Marines just died off from that one volley. He does have some Banshees drops harassing, but that drop has died down. Marines and Vikings trying to get vision for these tanks. A scan goes off. Another scan goes off. And this one Raven is... Ooh, these SCVs are actually running into the fire. Tanks are sieging up. You don't want to engage these tanks completely siege. And they're actually doing quite a bit of damage with just Marines. Fenix likes that Marine counter for tanks. Marines are a counter for tanks. That is pretty hilarious. There's a couple of SCVs actually hitting this tank. That is a very, very well play out tactic there by Fenix. Fenix and the qxc's Banshees do cross paths right there. And if we take a look at the army size once again now, both players still about the same. Both players microing and macroing out very, very well. We do see a lot more barracks. 5 barracks, once again, for Fenix, 2 starports, 1 factory, whereas qxc has 3 barracks, 2 being constructed, 1 factory, and 1 starport. So he is a little bit lacking in the production facilities. This one Banshee flying around the map is trying to get some kills, but he can't really get any kills because there's a lot of Marines guarding these tanks, and he's going to try to pick off that Marauder. And some Marines are working on the gold expansion, and these Marines stemming up will force that Banshee away, will not be able to take down the Marauder. Another SCV comes in to see what kind of forces Fenix has, and he will have an idea. If we take a look at the income tab, once again, both players about even now, as both players have gotten the SCVs back up to their count that they wanted, and qxc is gonna get shot at. He's getting shot at. No, he loses the Banshee. qxc loses the Banshee. He can't really afford to do that if he wants to stay in this game. And if we take a look at the army count, 102 to 87, relatively close, slightly for Fenix. He does have more. He does have more Marines. He does have more Banshees, and he does have more Marauders. The other units that he's lacking is a little bit less, only 1 or 2 less. And if we take a look at the production tab, we see a lot of upgrades going for qxc. He does not have the stem pack, he does not have the weapons 1, whereas Fenix already have those upgrades, so he is slightly behind Fenix. And oh, qxc loses another Banshee to just Marines. Oh, that is not good. qxc is also leaving a medevac in the middle of the field. I think he is feeling a little bit flustered, whereas Fenix is feeling very, very good about his opponent's mistakes. The command center going up, probably thinking about taking that goal, but he hasn't had a chance to take it down just yet. A scan goes off, and there's 2 Vikings patrolling the borders. Will try to catch any medevacs or Banshees that are coming his way. And I think Fenix is trying to prevent his opponent from taking the goal as well, because he knows his opponent is contained. His opponent has also put up a sensor tower. That is often a sign that he is in the defensive position. If we take a look at the income tab right now, we do see that Fenix is ahead about a little bit in terms of minerals, because he does have that gold expansion. He hasn't put up the gas at the gold expansion just yet, and the SCV is going to come out and try to get an idea of what's going on outside, but he's not actually within the range. Both tanks sieging up, and there's 3 tanks sieging up for qxc inside his base. And there's a lot of unit movement. I think he might be thinking about going a drop here. He does have a couple of medevacs, and I think he's going to drop off these. Oh, he's going to get sight, and he's going to destroy that barracks that was built at the very beginning of the game. And ooh, this one medevac almost got taken down. And qxc in a very, very defensive position is going to go in with a drop, and oh, it's right next to a missile turret, and he loses the medevac immediately. Ooh, that is a costly mistake, I think. And he is shooting a lot of the supply depots, but these can just be cancelled. These are just like 100 minerals, and the missile turret is only 75 minerals. Not the best choices. He could have gotten some SCVs there, but he loses a lot of his Vikings. He lost, I think, 3 Vikings and a lot of Marines, and he even lost the medevac. Ooh. qxc has got to be feeling the pressure, I think. And Fenix is moving up with his tanks. He's going to try to